Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I will adjust with the Lenovo camera. If it is coming, I don't know. There is some problem with the camera, Lenovo camera. Okay. So I will go ahead with this my presentation. Now I will share my this thing. So can you see this thing, sir? Can you see the?
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah.
so okay. So the recording is also on. It is going on. The carbon contributes to the greenhouse effect and is known as most important long-lived force in climate change. The greenhouse effect is when the atmospheric dioxide traps heat, which leads to an increase in the temperature of the surface. So, sir, on the other day, I was telling you one of the most important this thing, one of the most important this thing I've been telling you that there is this greenhouse effect. There is a lot of pollution. One factor that we are planning, that we are actually trying to reduce this pollution. Other factor is that dependency on this particular fossil fuels. That means the petrochemicals, petrochemical carbons and all that, petrol engine, diesel engine and all that. So that is one problem we are associating as well as the pollution also we are associating. That is why we have said that we are moving towards the electric vehicle. But generally, if you are going to see, uh, what is my perception? What is my perception is that basically this whatever they had been telling us about these fossil fuels, it's very scarce and all these particular things. They are saying a lot many things to us. Okay, uh, but uh, but that is not true. According to me, that is not true actually. So uh, yeah, according to me, it is not true because they are drilling that oil and all around 20,000 feet to 30,000 feet. And Mr. Rockefeller was the person who has sent some two or three scientists to Geneva Convention somewhere in 1890 or 1900s. Then they said that those scientists said that there is a beneath the earth. And now the scientists are ruling out that there is no fossil fuel or anything like that. And it is naturally occurring, just like water, what you are getting, that is also naturally occurring. Water is a combination of two molecules of hydrogen and one molecule of oxygen beneath the earth. Some 1,000 meters, if we are drilling the earth, 400 to 1,000 meters, we are getting the water. So just like that, in those areas, in the desert areas and all that, uh, we are having the hydrogen combined with carbon and oxygen, hydrocarbons, we say it, and that is nothing but the petrochemical product. There is a huge presence of these hydrocarbons, even for the number of years, 100 or 2,000 years also, those hydrocarbons will not be extinguishing, sorry. But unfortunately, we have been molded in such a way that it's a very scarce product. It has to be purchased at a very high cost and all these particular things. So there are so many mysteries and theories associated with that petrol, basically. So unfortunately, we have switched over to the Russian oil. We are self-sufficient now. We can concentrate more on the profits, and the profits we can actually concentrate towards the development of our country instead of paying the Middle East some excessive amount of this dollars and all that. And suddenly they are creating some false demand. They are making it feel like scarce. They are improving the cost. Of course, we have changed our dependency. Slowly, we are moving towards EV. But these theories that there is a scarcity, that it's not available, and all these particular things that have somehow helped us after 150 years of this petrol engines. We have somehow switched over silently to the electric vehicle. so that we are having an alternative with respect to that. So, but electric vehicle, it might seem simple. What I'm saying, electric vehicle, it might seem simple and all that, but the main problem is the lithium that is happening, that we are able to store the energy, lithium ion battery, and it's very, what I can tell you, there is somebody in the chat room. I should try to admit that. Anybody there, Vishnu and Bonsle, joined, I think. Okay. So, uh, uh, there is a lot of such problems that are associated. Okay. So, we are having a problem associated, but sometimes we need to, what I can tell you, this electric vehicle, we need to redefine our priorities, because this lithium, we are depending on that. So lithium has got this some of the disadvantage. We cannot store 100% charge. We cannot store it in that. It's a basic problem. Though it might be showing charge is completed 100%, it might be stored some 75 to 60, 65 to 80, 75% only. 25% is still empty, because it might be acting like bomb, and it is operated under different conditions. This lithium should be operated under ambient conditions. It should not be under high tropical conditions, high temperature conditions, in underground parkings and all, where sometimes due to summer the heat might crop up and suddenly the flyer might be there, and it will act like a bomb. Okay, it should be resistant towards accident. Suppose they are giving so much importance to this protection of this battery pack, because if it gets what I can tell you, if it gets uh, um, if it gets I can tell you, if it gets some shock due to accident, it's occasionally being bombed up. I mean, not bombed up. It is suffering that some accident. The battery pack might result like a bomb. So many problems are associated with lithium battery, that we are actually planning to find some alternatives for that lithium. The BYD company has come up with lithium iron phosphide metallic batteries, lead batteries they call it, where they have substantially enhanced the mileage to around 500 miles, around 750 kilometers. Roughly, you can go happily with the BYD car, which is also very cheap, which is more, and it is somehow, battery problem is somewhat some 60% eliminated in that. There is called as some piercing test, pencil piercing test. That means at very high temperature during the charging, if you poke some material onto the battery, it should not explode. So this lithium iron phosphide battery has successfully undergone the tests, and it is proved to be safe. That means even in accidents, nothing will happen to that electric vehicle. That technology BYD has got right now. So there are so many things that might be coming up, but the only problem with electric vehicle is that the battery problem is only the problem. Otherwise, the inverter and the motor system, the differential, the steering box, the microcontroller, everything has been properly developed over the last. Initial model was 2010. I think Tesla Model 3 was out. 2025, most of the electric vehicle problems have been satisfactorily addressed, properly addressed, and they have been successful. And this battery technology is also evolving in different modes. Uh, Also, some hybrid vehicles that are coming up. A lot of things are changing continuously in the vehicle. But as far as our subject is concerned, the next 4 lessons, each chapter will be having 2 lessons. This lesson is introductory lesson number 2, and I will also send the video once the recording session has been completed. Next, we will have the transmission system, the basic components of this electric vehicle and the transmission systems. The third one will be the battery management system, but we will take that as the 4th unit, and we will start slowly microcontroller programming and all that. How do we do the microcontroller programming? How to give the analog and digital commands? How to control the speed of the motor? Okay, how to change the direction of the wheel? Okay, how to find out the obstacle avoidance by means of machine learning experiments along with the simulation tool. We have a Tinkercad simulation tool for the microcontroller. That also we will be slowly going through that through the online mode. And at the end of this semester, when we come to the college for 1 week, for 1 or 2 days, we will be conducting the practicals offline and directly with the microcontrollers and all that, including the load bearing test of the battery, the state of charge, the state of health, depth of discharge, all these things we will be having both practical idea about the subject as well as the theoretical idea of the subject, including estimation of that state of charge, state of health, and all these things. So the subject will be covered in overall perspective over the period of time. Slowly, we will be building up the fundamentals of the microcontrollers and all these transmission systems and all these things. So, and one more thing that is needs to be addressed in the electric vehicle is the torque. Is the torque. Can somebody give me an idea of what is a torque? Anyone can unmute and tell me what is a torque? Can somebody tell me what is a torque? Come on, you are all mechanical and robotics. Somebody tell me. Are you there? Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, you are audible.
Hello?
Sir, you are audible.
So, yes, okay. So, torque is nothing but the movement of the vehicle, the movement of the vehicle. So, that is very important aspect in the any of the electric vehicle or petrol engine vehicle, anything, torque is very important. So, why are we applying? But the torque that we generated in the electric vehicle is single speed reduction gearbox. But in the petrol engine, it is multiple gearbox. Multiple gearbox we are using for the transmission of the torque. So basically, you are if you are looking at the transmission system, basically the engine is rotating around in petrol engine. I'm telling you. The engine is rotating around 1400 RPM, for example. I'm telling you, and that RPM. Why are we using gas, my dear friend? Anybody can tell me why we are using the gear? Why we are using the first gear? We are engaging first gear and we are getting the car into the motion. Can anybody tell me why we are using the gear?
For power.
Yes, for power. Other than that, sir, than power.
And efficiency of the vehicle.
Okay, sir. Anybody else?
In first gear, torque is higher, sir.
What, sir?
In first gear, torque is higher.
Or higher. Higher. Both of you are correct. Surendra sir and Krishna sir, both of you are correct. So, Surendra sir, can you just unmute? Yes. So, both of you are correct. But main thing is that engine is rotating around 1400 RPM. At that RPM, you cannot directly start, sir, PPT is not visible. No, sir, I am not displaying any PPT, sir. I am using only the communication mode only. For that 1 or 2 slides only, I started PPT, and I am communicating. Communicating. This is a lecture session only I am taking. Okay. So, uh, okay. So what we are having, uh, what we are having with respect to this is that we are slowly trying that vehicle where the engine speed is at a 1400 RPM. We are setting that RPM speed, we are bringing down that RPM speed to literally some 60 or 70 RPM for the vehicle to transmit slowly. That means we are reducing the speed by means of the gearbox. We are reducing the speed of the engine to the wheel that can be transmitted such that the wheels will slowly start moving. That is the first gear. That is the main transmission technique. That is the first gear. Next, after some time, we are slowly moving it to the second gear, next third gear, fourth gear on highway. Comfortable. We are directly connecting the engine to the wheel. That means it is going at the maximum. That is the usage of the gearbox. And at the same circumstances, there are some people that are sitting in the vehicle, and at that speed is universally proportional to this. If the speed is high, torque is low. If the speed is low, torque is high. That is the most important concept of the torque. And these two things, the angular speed as well as torque, are associated with the power. That is power to be generated to move the vehicle. So that is the formula. That is the formula P is equal to torque at the wheel into the angular speed, the speed at which the wheel rotates. Okay. So this is the inversely proportional formula is there for that one. So what is happening at the same circumstances when you are reducing the speed of the engine, the speed of the motor significantly, or the speed that should be traveling initially for the vehicle on the road to make the vehicle slowly move on the road, a very slow speed. We are also trying out one more thing. So the reduction of the speed is taking place. Torque is also significantly increasing. That is how the vehicle is moving with the load. Otherwise, the vehicle cannot take the load. So the load bearing capacity is helpful in the vehicle with the help of the torque. So high torque has to be developed for making this vehicle to be running. So unlike this whatever I am telling you for the multi-speed gearbox in case of petrol engine, we are not using that in the electric vehicle. We are using only a single speed reduction gearbox. That's all. The gearbox ratio is also 9:1. That means the electric motor is generating 400 volts. Battery pack voltage is coming at 400 volts. There is an inverter. That inverter is turning the motor at 20,000, sorry, 10,000 RPM. Where is 1400 RPM for a petrol engine, and where is this 1000 RPM for the motor with respect to the electric vehicle? That electric vehicle, before that is being transmitted to the wheels from the motor. So there are three components I am telling you from here. One is the battery pack, another one is the inverter, because the DC has to be converted to the AC for the motor functioning, for the controlling the speeds and all that, because the analog to digital conversion and all these electronic things comes into the picture at that time, where the microcontroller is acting. In all, there is no specific transmission and all this mechanism as in the case of the petrol engine. Microcontroller itself is doing so many things: direction control, speed control, everything is being done by the microcontroller. So significant portion of this syllabus, we are concentrating on the microcontroller programming. But we will be For our convenience, we will be doing it on a 12 volts DC motor by the help of some L298 and driver, battery pack, Arduino microcontroller, ESP microcontroller, and all that we will be doing. But these mechanisms that we are doing are exactly the same that can be, you can see it in the bigger electrical vehicles with a very high-end battery pack which generates 12 volts DC and small motor. We are experimenting all these things and showing you the results of that, how the electric vehicle is moving, how the speed is controlled, how the direction is controlled, how the braking is applied. All those things we will do the experiments on a 12 volts DC motor. But this is same identical to the whatever we are seeing in the bigger electric vehicles which are discharging a battery power of around 300 volts, 300 to 400 volts, and where the motor speed is rotating around 10,000 RPM. So the torque comes into the picture. There is a 9:1 reduction, single speed gear reduction gearbox, where the speed is almost coming down to the nominal, rather than speed, I can say the torque is efficiently, with the reduction of that 9:1 ratio, the torque is significantly improving in the case of this, So there also we are using the gearbox, but the gearbox is very much simplified there. So like this, so many concepts are there in the electric vehicle, but they have been intricately developed over the period of time. So the first initial models did not have these enhancements and a lot of these advantages and all these particular things. They were very crude when they are being developed, but over the period of time, we had significant advancements in this. So let us now go into the into this. Yeah, very important. Yeah. Can you see this carbon contributes to greenhouse effect? Can you see this for PPT right now? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Just raise your hand. Yes, you can see. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the level of carbon dioxide that has been there. So we are coming third. China is the first. United States. So I was telling you, not only the greenhouse effect pollution, there is a lot of respiratory problems are there with NOx, sulfur dioxide. This carbon dioxide is contributing to the ozone layer, this thing, and the ultraviolet rays are coming into the earth level. Crops are being spoiled, okay, due to the huge sunrise in that particular area. So many problems are associated uh, that we need to address, which are properly addressed by means of this electric vehicle. Okay, so what are the advantages? If you are going to see the advantages, the first one is that no dependency on the petrol, that is gas. Entirely, we are going to depend on the electric vehicles only. So electric vehicles are charged by electricity you provide, meaning you don't need to buy any gas ever again. The other factors, my dear friend, uh, you will not go to the petrol bunk also if it is not required. What you will do, you will have charger, some different types of charger are there. In your house itself, you can charge your vehicle. So you are decreasing your dependency on the the electric vehicle charging stations also, or the petrol bunk, going to the petrol bunk. That means you are individually doing the charging at your home, at your own liberal leisure time. That is the most beautiful advantage. You are decreasing the dependency over here. Okay. And moreover, they are very less costly. Okay. This electricity cost is very less, and you have a lot of IoT based apps and all that. You charge just how you are charging your recharge in the mobile, you are charging it like that only, and you are putting in the supercharging station you are going where 400 volt charging station is there. You are going to plug in that, and within half an hour charging is completed. at a very 10% cost of the petrol you are traveling, and of course the initial cost of the electric vehicle is very high. Next one is it's very convenient. That is what I was telling you. So you don't have to run to the fuel station to recharge your vehicle before hitting the road. You can household socket, you can do the charging. Okay, it's very convenient. Next is the savings. Okay, there are a lot of savings that are being associated here with very low prices, and many new electric vehicles are giving with subsidies, incentives, and all that. And there is already solar water heating. So we are always trying, even in my earlier days, 20 years back, when I used to stay in a very small village where I used to put the electric water heater, some handle like this thing with a copper coil and all that. It used to come, electric bill used to come very high. So later on, I purchased one gas geyser, which I connected to the gas cylinder. I have to put it in bathroom. Then significantly for 2 or 3 months, that 300 rupees or 400. That time it was gas cylinder was 300 rupees per month only. With 100 rupees, I used to enjoy the hot water. But it has to be put in ventilated spaces. There should be proper ventilation to your bathroom. Otherwise, this carbon dioxide will pile up over the period of time during the hot water outcoming. And if you are spending quite long time, half an hour or 45 minutes, there might be choking that might be coming. In Mumbai, some of the young people have been critical stage because very small apartment type, they are putting this gas geysers, and there was choking, and it was unidentified. So 2 or 3 hours, the people have become unconscious, and so many problems are associated with that. Later on, in the today's apartment, of course, we are having the solar water. We are Ours is a tropical country. Mostly, you will get hot water. So our quest is always searching for an alternative energy. We had been trying to do it. Now also most of the from Hyderabad, Bangalore Metro, and all this Chennai and all that, even in Mumbai, people are installing these solar panels on their house, above the house. So they are using that current initial investment is around 1.5 lakh or 2 lakhs. Up by 6 months, they can get the break even. So after that, whatever the bill, they are also using at night times. They are using the current generated by the MSDC, that is State Electric Corporation. They are using daytime. They are using the solar panel current, and they are also exporting some of the current to the grid also. So that is being calculated by the smart meters, and by 6 months, whatever the usage that you are having from the state electricity department is equated to the amount of charge that you are exporting to the grid. So that becomes zero. That becomes zero. That means we are traveling towards self-sufficiency. Slowly, we are traveling with the help of these technologies, by the help of lithium batteries, proper storage capacity with a good intensity, specific density, I can say, which is the power to store the energy for longer time. Okay, we are applying this technology in various ways in household, domestic purposes, in the automobile. So electrical energy, with the help of this lithium, is having unknown potential that still we are unable to explore, or we are unable to find out what are its maximum reach. What is the maximum reach of these technologies? We are still able to conclude. We are unable to conclude the reach of these technologies over the period of time. So that is one thing. So these are the basic advantages. Fourth is no emissions, popularity, safe to drive, cost effective, low maintenance, reduced noise pollution, battery life and cost, easy. So these are actually supported by these advanced technologies in automobiles, by the sensors, actuators, cameras, microcontrollers. Okay, so Electric vehicles are definitely more environmental friendly than internal combustion engines. Batteries are being engineered. Now, batteries, there is a lot of research that I told you recently. The BYD has come up with lithium iron phosphate. You can see the BYD batteries, blade batteries, they are called in Google or in the chat GPT. You can go ahead with the advancement of these technologies. You can see practically how different is that with respect to the Tesla batteries, how efficient is that, how much battery life they have, all these things you can get into that. So research into hybrid vehicles also is on the on the go, and renewable fuels, solar energy tapping for the vehicles. So many things are coming up. Okay, so my dear friends, so this is what I would like to share in today's class. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can ask me for the session. At 8 o'clock, you have another. So Friday, you will be having two sessions. Okay, one is my session, minor for introduction of electric vehicle. Another one is the Fusion 360 that is dealt by the Professor Yashodhan Sar. Okay, so how far have you come up with me in understanding this EV technology? Can you give your somebody unmute and give me some feedback whether I'm able to deliver the content properly? I'm able to make you understand of this new technology. Are you getting the flavor of this electric vehicle technology? You can unmute yourself and give some feedback, please. Somebody can unmute and tell me. Anyone? Am I audible, my dear friend? Am I audible or not?
So
Hello?
you are audible, sir.
Yeah, please tell me. Any feedback you are giving, if you want to give, please tell me.
Sir, points are already well taken, sir.
What?
Sir, all
Can you be
points are
clear?
well taken, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So you are able to understand what I am teaching, right?
Yes, sir.
Is it not getting tough for you to come from the job and attend the sessions and all that? Is there any problem associated with
No, sir.
that?
No,
Okay,
sir.
that means you might be some young chap. Okay, but we are always already some 50 years. So for us, it is okay. So for 1 week to take class, it's okay. But for you, whole week, evening times, you have to engage yourself in for 1 hour, 1 hour. For example, Friday 2 hours. I think it might be some problem for the aged people like me in our group. Okay, so we can't help it because we need to advance in our career. Definitely. Somebody else? Thank you, Akshay, for your wonderful feedback. Somebody else can give their feedback. For just 5 minutes, we will go ahead. Anyone else wants to give feedback on the sessions, how they are going, how you are able to understand, particularly with my session? Can somebody tell me? So, have anyone referred to my first video recording? How is the recording? Are you able to get the content properly with respect to the recording? Can anybody share that?
Yes. Yes, sir. That
How is
video
the
is very
content?
good.
Oh, thank you very much. It is informative,
I've
right?
seen that. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So definitely, please go through it. If you are unable to attend the regular live session, so please go to the recording session and try to get the concept. Because I am working day and night for this session. I am trying to bring the subject more simplified with all my expertise. I am trying to give the most beautiful essence in the simplest form in 1 hour lecture. You will see it in the future coming lectures also. Anybody else wants to share their views on this? We have 4 more minutes. If you want to share some news, you can share it.
Sir, do we need to refer any book for e-visa?
Mostly, I will supplement all the PPTs after every 2 or 3 weeks. I will supplement all the books and PPTs. I have so much material. I will also generate a lot of material, some basic doubt questions from ChatGPT. Everything I document it properly in the PDF format and all that. I will supplement all that. So, as far as my knowledge is concerned, I don't think you need any book. You can just refer that this thing and you can write the exam. That's not a big deal. And because this is a minor, you don't have the continuous assessment test and all that. You have only one final test for 50 marks and one project work. That project work, I will guide you how to do it very easy only. Don't worry. But evaluation part, I will take care of that. Don't worry. That's not a big issue. You just, what I'm saying, you just have to follow the lesson.
Okay, sir.
So I have that mindset because I have been sometime in Switzerland in an University of Basel, and I have done some courses during my post graduation in biomedical engineering. 2 years back, I was there for 6 months. I was there. There, you will be surprised. They have advanced themselves. They are conducting only oral test for 15 minutes. Depending upon that, they are giving a grade, B grade, C grade. Like that. So just if you attend lectures, that's enough. No writing tests and all, skill test, that test, this test, unit test, nothing. Only 15 minutes oral test. That also you can give online. They will give the grade depending on. That way, the world is progressing. We are moving slowly towards an evaluation based to the understanding knowledge based community or society. So the world is changing. I believe in that very much. Don't worry about this evaluation pattern and all reading and reproducing the content in the examination. We are quite above than that. Any more questions you want to ask? Please.
Okay, sir.
Any more questions? Today we had around 12 people who had got. Are there any mechanical robotics only or any computer science people are also joined with us? Hello? Hello? Are there any other branch people also have joined or we are only mechanical and robotics? Anybody else have joined? So you are all mechanical and robotics only? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So with that, we are coming to the end of the session. I will stop the recording first. I'll stop recording and we are